I guess he wasn't expecting me to answer my question. So okay guys, so I am back. I just did my makeup, I touched up my hair, I got dressed. I have on a white sports bra and these little stretchy shorts that I got on Amazon for really cheap, and some sneakers. So I did take a little break to take some pictures for Instagram and do some stories, but I am 1 month post-op. I feel like the swelling went down, and y'all, I did lose 10 pounds, but I really love my body. I still love the shape. Like, I love my dimensions, and I know that the doctor told me not to lose any weight, and I lost 10 pounds. So I know that when I gain my weight back, like, my figure already looks small and curvy. Thick AF, period. Anyways, so I'm gonna put on this waist trainer because I don't have my thigh high on, and I should have my thigh high on because of swelling. So I usually try to put this on if I usually wear this over my thigh high and boards like y'all saw, but if I decide to run somewhere really quick, I'll just put this on. I ordered a couple of jumpsuits from Naked Wardrobe, but get your surgery. If you're gonna get surgery, get it in the fall or winter because it is so hard to hide your thigh high behind summer clothes. So I'm sure everybody's sick of me wearing the same jumpsuits that I wear all the time because I'm trying to hide my thigh high, but yeah, it's okay. Next summer, I'm gonna have my weight on. I'm gonna work out. My legs gonna be big, and I ain't gonna have to wear no thigh high. So let's go. And then in the car, I'm gonna explain how I became a nurse injector, what classes I took in becoming a nurse entrepreneur, because I have some investments up my sleeve and I want y'all to get on board. Hey guys, so I'm in the car, and like I said, I'm gonna explain how I became a nurse injector, start working for myself, and some other investments that I'm doing to become a nurse entrepreneur. Okay, so first and foremost, if you did not watch my other videos, then you wouldn't know that I've always wanted to do nursing so I could be a nurse injector. I actually wanted to be a PA so I can do cosmetics, dermatology, like dermatology and cosmetics. But then I went to nursing school so I can do the NP route. But right now, as a nurse injector RN, I don't even know if I want to get my NP, y'all. I'm so indecisive. So right after I passed the NCLEX, 2 weeks after, I took a Botox and filler training class by a company called Emet, and I will link the company below. So I have been certified to be a nurse injector as long as I've been a nurse, so approaching a year now. And a Met class was cool, but I feel like I recorded everything in that class, like the presentation. I took notes and stuff on my iPad, but I didn't record actually injecting a model and my hand movements, and I didn't get to practice on a model, like get to practice someone's lips on a model. I don't know, I was always nervous about injecting in the lips, just because I don't want to mess anybody up. But the lips are actually pretty easy to do, like they're not that hard. So anyways, fast forward to today. So in May, I took another injecting course, and this one was by Beverly Hills RN. I will link them too. It was by one of their instructors. She's a nurse. She's actually a LVN, and she's great. She's a nurse injector at her husband's practice because her husband is a doctor, and she works for Beverly Hills RN. So I flew to Dallas and I took her course, and I actually liked her course better because it was more hands-on. It was only like 6 of us in a class, where the course with Emet, it was more like 15 to 20 of us, and we were like kind of in a hotel convention like space. But when I took Charisma's Botox and filler injecting course, I did the same thing. I took notes on my iPad. She let me record, and this time I was smart. I was like, I'm not going to keep taking the same class because these classes are very expensive. So this time, everything I learned, I made sure I recorded it in full detail on my iPad, like how I was holding the needle, how to inject, where not to inject, how to press out at the same time, how to pull the patient's face, and just little techniques that she was explaining. And then I felt like if I missed anything, she didn't mind repeating it just for my video, and I was the only one in there recording. So I really love charisma class. And if you decide to become a nurse injector and take an injecting class and you go to charisma, tell her I sent you, because going to her, I actually found out that she's from Reading, Pennsylvania, basically the Philadelphia area, and she lives in Dallas. And it's just a coincidence, I'm from Philly, and I live in Atlanta, and I flew all the way to Dallas just to take this course. So she was actually really nice. She gave me her number and was like, you know, first starting off, if you have any questions or you feel like you did someone bad, or you know, then hit me up. So I've only asked her 2 questions, but honestly I feel like the lips are a very easy area to inject. And if you do make a mistake, that's what the Hylenex is for, and normal saline to dissolve and smooth out the lumps. But usually the lumps smooth out themselves. So after I took that course in May, I was kind of like procrastinating, and then in June, because my birthday was coming up, I had just got my body done. Before I took the course before I get my body done, then I got my body done, and I was kind of distracted with that stuff. But then in June, after my birthday, I'm like, okay, it's time to really believe in yourself and start injecting people. So that's when I put up a really good special, where I was doing 10 people for basically the price of the product. Like I'm not really making any money off the first 10 people I did. I'm just kind of making my money back that I bought, the money that I spent buying the product, because I wanted to build my Instagram business page so that people trust me and people feel like, okay, I can go to her. So by the end of July, I'll have all my 10 clients done, and my Instagram profile will show 10 different people's lips and anatomy of their lips, and their results, their filler results.
I mean, you can't work, but we can sit in there and eat if you go there.
Okay guys, so I know you guys probably see my friend in the car. So I went to the bank, I went home, and my friend said he wanted to go to the mall, but it's raining outside, so we don't know if we're gonna go to the mall. Right now we're gonna find something to eat. And I want to talk about Atlanta, living in Atlanta versus living in Philly, because I know some people said I should talk about that topic on my Instagram story when I did a questionnaire. So how do you like living in Atlanta? What do you think? Alright, so I guess he wasn't expecting me to answer my question. So let me just let y'all know. He's annoying. Okay, so living in Atlanta versus living in Philly. Okay, so honestly, I like living in Atlanta better because I like Atlanta's aesthetic. I like that the city is spaced out, it's beautiful. Like sometimes I like that the city is spaced out because I do like convenience in Philly. But I like that you can just go outside and feel good here. Like when you look at the city overall, the sun is usually shining. The pretty buildings, a ton of buildings, open space. It's room here. Like Atlanta is a city, but since it's in the south, it looks like the suburbs. Like, well, what us up north people would consider the suburbs. Now, actually living here, I like that it's always something to do at any time of night. I can probably go outside, find something to do that's not getting in trouble. I like that it's a lot of young black successful people here, but I don't know, I don't like the dating scene here. So I just feel like if Atlanta had a good dating scene for young black women, yeah, then I would stay here. I would love the city because Atlanta has everything else. But I don't like that sometimes people just invite you out all the time here. Like, it can be a Tuesday at 2 o'clock and people want you to go to a strip club. Or if you're like dating an older guy here, like they're in their 40s, they're still in the club. Like, it's a party city, so it has a lot of that. But overall, I think that if you're going to move to Atlanta and you're not moving here to look for a man, I think it's an awesome city. Now, living in Philly. Okay, so I'm from Philly, so I ain't gonna talk crap about my city, but I'm gonna go turn up there. But living in Philly, well, being from Philly, you can get caught up with the wrong crowd and just be in a little ghetto bubble if you let yourself. I feel like Instagram and social media has allowed a lot of people to flourish and to figure out that they're creative and do stuff with their lives instead of just be hood and you know, kind of wait around and not really do anything, because like a lot of our family members kind of just worked a job until they was older, like the same job for 40 years. But in Philly, I like, I dated some bad people there, but I like in Philly that you can go outside and everybody just want to talk to you.
Horny.
I feel like it's a lot more men up north and they're aggressive, so they're not scared. I do get compliments and looks from men down here, or like men down here, they will stare at me, but they won't, like, they're not really, I don't know. I don't really get a lot of what's your number, or like off the rip, like, oh, I want to take you out, I want to do this for you, you fine. But in Philly, like, I was just on last week looking like a bum with my scrubs on. Somebody stopped me at the gas station. You look good. I'm pumping your gas. I'm paying for your gas. Everything. Like, I don't be getting that
Life is about attracting, not looking.
I know, and I know that, you know, all attention is not good attention, but I do feel like you don't want to move to a city where it's like, dang, am I even attractive? Like, I don't feel like a lot of guys are even hitting on me here. Listen, I love myself. You can love yourself all day. If you go from one place where people are trying to hit on you, as soon as you walk outside, everywhere you go, to a place where people are more like reserved, to a place where people are more reserved, it's a hard adjustment. And I feel like, I don't even think that the men don't want to talk to. I think that the men here are is used to seeing it's a lot of beautiful women here from all different cities. So I feel like when men see a pretty girl here, like, they look, but it's like, it's not really nothing new, you know? Like, if you live in the hood at home, it's like, when you pretty, you a prize. Like, everybody wants you, you know? But here it's like, oh, everybody pretty. Like, what else? Everybody pretty.
That's the point.
So, I mean, you know, it's pros and cons to both cities. What I don't like about Philly is that, like I said, when you're from there, you can get tied up in the wrong stuff. And that, like, it's not really a glamorous city. Like, it is pretty ugly. I don't really like to talk bad about my city, but it's not really a place where the sun is shining and you could just look around.
That shit ghetto.
You could just look around and be like, wow, I'm in a good mood. Unless you live like downtown or in the suburbs, like, that might put you in a good vibe. But like, I don't know, I like the space. That's cute. That's a part of a bit. Oh, yeah, that's cute.
You think it'll be nice on me? It's a strap thing.
Yeah, y'all. So I don't know, I feel like if I had a man, I would really enjoy Atlanta more, because there's a lot of things to do here, and most of my friends have boyfriends here except him. That's why I'm always with him.
Don't put me on the spot. Yes, I did.
But
his name's already T.
Oh God. So anyways, y'all, that's how I feel about Philly versus Atlanta living. So yeah, I am really thinking about, like, I really want to try out the West Coast, but I'm supposed to be buying a nice property that's in Jersey, actually minutes from Philly. So I don't know, I'm thinking about buying that, renting it out, and trying to live on the West Coast, because even though I was there for 3 months working every day and I was saying all these negative things, it wasn't really towards LA. It was because I felt like I was in a boot camp, because all I was doing was working. I didn't really get to enjoy LA. So I do want to try out the West Coast. I would try out Houston. I hear a lot of good things about Houston, but I just feel like if I'm gonna move again, I do want to be somewhere where it's a beach. So Miami or California, but I don't know, I never really thought about moving to Miami. Okay guys, so we decided to get some Jamaican food from Mango's Caribbean Food. It's really, really good. It is located near Georgia State off of Piedmont, and I'm not sure the side street, but yeah, it's good. I got curry chicken. I think Malik got jerk chicken, and I had a beef patty. The beef patty wasn't really hitting, like, it's soft. I like when it's crunchy, but whatever. Okay guys, so we are back at my house. Just ate my food. He just ate his food. He didn't really like his, but mine was cool. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. Probably just chill at the pool or do nothing at all. But y'all, usually I keep my mirror right here. I showed y'all on the home tour to cover the utility closet. But like putting it right here and taking pictures today has been it. Like my pics I posted on my story and on my Instagram look fire. Now I know where to take my pictures so then I can lean on the ground, you know, do all the stuff to make your booty look bigger. All that cute girl stuff. So yeah.